Hey guys, I just got back from the Ghostbusters world premiere. Look, this is my ticket. I had so much fun here in New York City. It was awesome. Actually, the entire cast, pretty much the entire cast, came out to introduce the movie. I mean, I'm talking Bill Murray was there, Dan Aykroyd, Paul Rudd, McKenna Grace. I mean, listen, the cast was all there. They were amazing. I've got pictures over on Twitter if you want to check those out, and Instagram as well. MamasGeeky, MamasGeeky. But I am ready to give you my spoiler-free review for Ghostbusters Afterlife. Listen, this is all fresh. I just got back to my hotel from the premiere. Let's talk about it. Now, if this is your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more videos like this one. Okay, let's talk Ghostbusters. Hey, Tessa from MamasGeeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Okay, guys, so here's the thing. If you love the original Ghostbusters, if you love them, then you are really going to enjoy this movie. Yes, it is full of fan service. It is full of fan service, okay? Let's just get that right out there. I mean, it's obvious from the trailers, and it's true, right? There's tons of Easter eggs, tons of nods, tons of stuff that is like, oh my gosh, they totally did that. Oh my gosh, they totally did that. I mean, moments where lines were said or things happened and people are just clapping in the theater. It was just so much fun, just an absolute blast. Now, I will say the fan service mostly takes place, like, yes, it's sprinkled all throughout the movie, but really the final half hour, 40 minutes is just completely like, this is fan service. We are just giving it to you. Just eat it up. Just eat it up and enjoy it, okay? So if you go into this not wanting fan service, like, sorry, that's what you're gonna get. Like, this thing is basically all fan service, but it's actually really good too, and it's a really great story. It's interesting. The beginning's a little slow. It does start off a little slow. Like, you're just kind of like, all right, I'm waiting for like the ghosts to come. I'm waiting for this to really start. And then once we get into it, I mean, man, it is like a blast of nostalgia, like right in your face. I loved it. I thought it was absolutely amazing. All of the fan service. Like I said, it does start off a little bit slow. There's some parts that just don't work. There's some moments that you're just like, that just didn't really work. It was some of it was a little cringy at times, but I will say overall, it's just a lot of fun. That's the thing. This is fun. This is for Ghostbusters fans who felt that they didn't get what they wanted out of the last film. Let's put it that way, to put it nicely. And this is just the franchise making up for it. They're like, well, forget about that one, and we're just gonna give you this. And it's so much like fun is the word that comes to mind. It was an absolute blast. It's just so much fun, and the fan service is crazy, but the acting is so good too. And I will say McKenna Grace is phenomenal in this. She steals every single scene as Phoebe. She's so incredible. Her on-screen chemistry with Paul Rudd actually is some of my favorites. Like, she has some moments with Finn Wolfhard, who plays her brother, but she's got a lot of great moments with Paul Rudd, who plays the summer school teacher. They both kind of have this love and geekness towards science, which I really enjoy. And it was just a lot of fun watching them interact throughout the movie. So that was some of my favorite parts with her. But really, overall, the entire cast is great. There's some surprises in store. I will say some surprises towards the end, but overall, this movie is predictable. So if we're talking about the cons, it's a little slow to start. It's quite predictable, especially if you're a fan of the original two. You kind of know what's coming pretty much almost immediately. I have yet to watch the second trailer because people told me it was too spoilery. So I don't know what's in the second trailer, but honestly, in watching this, I have an idea of what things were hinted at in the second trailer. And I'm like, man, I wish they hadn't put those in there. But here's the thing. Okay. Here's the thing. It works. There are times that it shouldn't work for being like predictable and fan service. Like, if you're described a movie and you're like, and people are like, well, it's kind of slow, it's like filled with fan service and it's pretty predictable, That doesn't sound like something you want to watch, right? But somehow this all works in Ghostbusters Afterlife. The slow part at the beginning, it just takes a minute to get going. But that's because they've got to build this new world, right? They got to do a little bit of world building and definitely some character building with these new characters that we haven't seen in the Ghostbusters franchise yet. And they're a welcome addition to the Ghostbusters franchise. This is all about, ultimately, it's about family. It's about friendship. There's definitely some moments that made me cry and made me tear up. I thought the message here was beautiful, and it's all wrapped in nostalgia. So like, hey, if you can get a really great message out there, a good lesson to learn while you're just wrapping it all up in nostalgia and fun, then that's great. There's also a lot of there's the ghosts, right, look amazing, really well done, because of course, times have changed. They've got some great technology. The ghosts look incredible. The streams from the proton packs look really, really cool. I mean, we've seen that all in the trailers already, but they do look pretty amazing and really great up on the big screen. Seriously, see this on the biggest screen you can. If it's possible for you to go to your theater, I highly recommend doing it and not waiting for home release, just because it looks so good on screen in a big giant screen. What else did I want to say? There's a lot to love about this, especially if you love the originals. If you're not a fan of fan service though, like, be warned, you definitely get some major fan service in this. And then we also have a mid and an end credit scene. I'm not going to ruin them, but you guys definitely want to make sure you stay for those because they're both amazing. Again, there's the mid credit and then there's the end credit, and I want to talk about them so badly, but I'm not going to because I don't want to give spoilers. Also, the mini Stay Puffs, like we've seen them. They're freaking adorable. I love them. They're so much more funny than you can imagine. So I know we got like that little clip of them and you see them in the aisle and you see them interacting, but like, just wait until you actually see them. The whole theater was cracking up. There were several moments where the theater was clapping and cheering. I mean, there are lots of moments for fans in here. This is how you bring a franchise back after this many years since the last one, which we'll say is Ghostbusters 2, because we're not counting the last one, but we won't count that one. But so this is how you bring it back, and you rejuvenate it and revitalize it, and whatever all those words, those re-words are. I mean, this movie is, overall, it's so much fun. Any of its flaws you can really look past, just because this is something that I think a lot of Ghostbusters fans are truly going to love and appreciate. It's funny. It's got some great acting. It's got some great lessons, and it's literally just here for Ghostbusters fans. That is what this movie is here for. If you're not a Ghostbusters fan, what have you been doing with your life? Go back and watch them again, and then you'll probably fall in love with them because they're incredible movies. There's just a lot to love about this. It's so much fun. I give Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I went back and forth on this, but I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5. And that's because, yes, it is slow. Yes, it is predictable. But all of that fan service really just makes it more than worth watching, especially as a Ghostbusters fan. I can't wait to take my family to go see this. My daughters are 8 and 10, and they recently watched Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2, and they're already big fans of Ghostbusters, so I know they're really going to enjoy this. And I just hope you guys enjoy it. It comes out to theaters this Friday or Thursday night. If you've already seen Ghostbusters Afterlife, by the time you get to this review, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. You guys can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at MamasGeeky over there, MamasGeeky. But yeah, the short of this is, there's fan service. It's hilarious. There's some jump scares. Like, it's kind of scary. It's got Paul Rudd in it. McKenna Grace is amazing. The whole cast is amazing. And there's a mid and end credit scene that you guys don't want to miss. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.